Today we're gonna take one of the most controversial cards on the Modern ban list and see if it could survive against the 2025 Modern metagame. See, Blazing Shoal was once the king of Modern. It was part of this crazy combo deck that let you discard a 10 mana card like Progenitus to give an infect creature plus 10 plus 0 and instantly deal 11 poison damage to win the game. But despite it still being banned, some people don't think it would be that good nowadays. Chef and I have been having this debate for ages. He's confident that Shoal Infect would get smoked by any deck from the last Modern Pro Tour. Look, if it's still banned, it's gotta be for a good reason.
That's what they said about Splinter Twin, and it ended up doing nothing.
Hey, don't talk about Twin like that. So we came up with a compromise. I'm gonna take a Shoal Infect list from 2011 and play it against 3 of the best decks in Modern right now. And if Chef can win at least 2 of those games, I have to wear this t-shirt for the rest of the year. And I gotta go to a wedding in a week, so the stakes are real. Dude, what deck do you think could possibly beat Shoal?
Shoal Infect is a super explosive deck, but what I'm trying to do with Izzet Prowess is just get underneath and faster than anything Ash can throw at me. With a bunch of 0 and 1 drop spells, I'm gonna be powering out a bunch of creatures that can take advantage of those and just get bigger while I'm dealing burn damage. And heck, if that doesn't work, I'm gonna use Corey Steelcutter, banned in Standard. If that doesn't all come together to deal at least a bunch of damage with the burn spells that I have, nothing's gonna stick. I'm gonna win this game.
I kind of love playing the odds. So when you put a hand with an infect creature, a tutor, and no third combo card in front of me, my instinct is to just keep it and figure out what happens later. It's bound to work out, right? I started off with a Glistener Elf, then Shaft tried to match my tempo with a Dragon's Rage Chandler. But if we're trying to out-tempo each other, then the best card I could possibly play is... Let me go ahead and see your hand.
What?
Gitaxian Probe was legal in 2011. I've taken this deck list straight from a 2011 Pro Tour played by the incredible Martin Yuza, which means that there's no modifications made at all. And yes, at the time, Gitaxian Probe was legal. No, I don't know why this was a good idea either. If you've never seen it, Gitaxian Probe lets you see your opponent's hand and draw a card for just 2 life. And the card I drew was really, really good. Oh! Oh! Let's go! Let's go! Yes!
No.
You're done.
What are you talking about?
You're
what are you
finished.
talking about?
You're
Don't.
cucked.
No.
You're cucked.
No.
Always gamble on a bad hand. It's bound to work out, I promise you. Now it's time for me to remove Shaft's creature with my pact and for all of you to see Shoal in action. I used my Spoils of the Vault to put a Reaper King into my hand. This card is garbage, but it has the distinct advantage of being a 10 mana card with a red color identity, which means that I can discard it to play Blazing Shoal for free and turn my Glistener Elf into an 11-1. Then I attacked for 11 poison damage and instantly won the game. You know what's kinda crazy? If I didn't keep this super risky hand, then I probably wouldn't have had the removal I needed to win on this turn. So what did we learn today?
Always keep a bad hand.
Thank you. Getting into game 2, I sided in some spell skies to get over Shaft's removal spells and drew a hand that honestly looked like it just could not lose. I have enough Shoals and Reaper Kings to attempt a combo twice and a tutor to find an infect creature. This should be pretty easy. How risky would you say your hand is?
Not risky at all. I've kept a very good hand that doesn't rely on just one card.
Would be a shame if somebody had an Inquisition of Kozilek.
No. I refuse to pass priority. There is no way you're casting this card as a modern infect player. What is going on?
And now that I took Shaft's only removal spell away, I was free to do the combo next turn. But he played a Corey Steelcutter and a Mishra's Bauble to get a blocker, or so I thought at least. Okay, it's easy from here. Now I just had to find an infect creature with Spoils of the Vault. The way this card works is that you gotta choose a card name, then reveal cards from the top of your library until you find that card, taking 1 damage for each other card you find on top first. Now I'm at 17 life, but with 52 cards in my library, the odds of me not finding any of my 4 Glistener Elves in the top 16 was roughly 20%. But screw me, I guess.
What? No.
So far we've had a game where gambling paid off and a game where gambling killed me. So for this third one, I'm just gonna play it straight and hope it all works out. Or Shaft is gonna get unlucky for me instead.
This hand, I have to mulligan, and I'm really scared that you have a 7, so I really need to find some interaction. So I'm gonna mulligan. Guess I have to keep this. Yeah. Preordain, please. We might be bottoming both cards. Oh my god, this is so bad. I've nothing. I've absolutely nothing. Jesus Christ. We gotta dig. And you know what? This deck's got plenty of removal. You know what? I can't. Wow, that's not removal. Okay.
He's such a stand-up guy. So yeah, I was pretty easily able to combo with Reaper King, Shoal, and Inkmoth Nexus, a land that becomes a 1/1 infect creature.
I'm not about to lose to what I think I'm about to lose to. All right, we tried outpacing Shoal, but right now we're gonna control it. The Azorius control deck, or Jeskai, does a real good job of doing this with free evoke elementals, free counter spells, planeswalkers, and just all the stuff that really doesn't make you that popular in parties whatsoever. Just sticking a big no sticker on anything Shoal wants to do. And heck, we even still get to play with the companion in Kahira. Playing all of this in a deck from 2011 is an absolute crash course on the last decade in Modern, and I'm telling you, Shoal from 2011 is not doing it.
I knew this would be an uphill battle, but after mulliganing down to 5, I got a set of cards that felt pretty good to me. That's one of Shoal Infect's biggest advantages. You only really need like 4 cards to win. I started off with a Duress to see Shaft's hand, which was full of counter spells and removal. So the best thing for me to do was to tutor for a counter spell to have some kind of protection going into my combo, hopefully next turn. Yeah, so that was a nice thought.
Okay, well, there's something I do want to just kind of bring up. I am tapped out. But see, Modern's different. Ash, this is a new age.
No.
Have you ever seen
I forgot
this card
about
before?
This.
Oh my god. Wow, so many triggers hitting the stack right now. Is this a Swords to Plowshares? Oh, you got a life back. You're welcome.
And then Shaft proceeded to introduce me to the nightmare that is Narset plus Days Undoing.
Narset Parter of Veils says that you can't draw more than 1 card each turn. Days Undoing says we shuffle our hand and graveyard back into our libraries and draw 7 cards. Wait, hold on. That means I draw 7, you draw 0. Ash, I don't think you actually have any cards to play with. How do you win the game?
I think this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I'm happy I could be a part of it.
Game 2 was just more of the same. Frankly, there's no way for me to ever win this matchup. Even if I draw all my counterspells and protection, I can't even beat 5% of Shaft's interaction. If you have any problems with that, be sure to ask Martin Yuza why he didn't play more counterspells in his 2011 Shoal Infect deck, in anticipation that one day this then 5-year-old would make a video about his deck list. Yeah, really irresponsible on his part, to be honest.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, how are you supposed to deal with anything I have? Like, look at the free spells that I have, all the better removal. It's a different era. We are way better right now. Shoal is not a good
There's still
card.
another game. There's still another game. Now the score's 1-1 and it's starting to get a little scary because I don't want to imagine how bad this shirt will smell after I've worn it for a year straight. But you know what? I believe in the power of Shoal. Just like I believe in the power of our sponsors. Thank you so much to Heavy Play for helping out with this video. They make some of the best card accessories on the market. Personally, I use their deck boxes and their playmats all the time at tournaments. Being able to carry all my stuff in one hand has been absolutely game-changing when you're shuffling around 1,000 people. Their store's in the description, check some of it out. It's like really cool. A big thanks also goes out to Moxfield, who I'm sure you've heard of before. It's honestly my favorite platform to keep track of all my decks. They have a ton of features like deck pricing and a playtester that are just far above anything else I've seen on the market.
Okay, so we tried to do the faster route and we did the slower route as well, but let's throw some cards at the wall here with Simic Neoform. This is one of the strangest combo decks in the Modern format, one that's seen plenty of iterations over time, but is always stuck with Allosaurus Rider, a giant green creature that you can cast for free by exiling 2 green cards from your hand, then cast a Neoform on it to sacrifice it and tutor for another creature, and based on the deck list, I think you know exactly what my options are.
Look at this opening hand. We've got the full combo, a counter spell, and a removal spell. Shaft is cooked. I played the turn 1 Glistener off in a Gitaxian Probe, thinking that my chances to win next turn were looking pretty good. But unfortunately, so were Shaft's.
I'm just gonna confirm if I can just think it right now. I'm pretty sure I got Gristlebrand, but I think Galta might win me this game. 1 second here. Yeah, I actually like unironically win this turn.
But if I was gonna go down, it was gonna be on my own terms. You know what? No, I'm petty. Slaughter Pact. It's the principle of the thing. I'm on the playing game too, which definitely helps if you're playing against a combo deck.
Okay, we will have to try this and force you to have it. Maybe that's exactly what's gonna help me win this game.
And I don't know what psychic powers I unlocked between those 2 rounds, but I predicted that counterspell perfectly. Let's look for a Pact of Negation and just have protection for what I'm about to do. And lo and behold, all right, we're down to the most tense situation possible. This next game decides everything. If I lose, I'll have to embarrass myself for the next year. And if Shaft loses, he'll just take an ego hit, I guess. This sounds like a really bad deal. But this hand looks strong enough to get me through it. I've got an Infect creature, kind of, a tutor, a counter spell, and a Reaper King. Shaft decided to play the most annoying card you could play against me in turn 1, Spoils of Girapur, because it stops me from playing any non-creature spells. Kind of relevant here. But I drew another spoils and used my first one to find a Blazing Shoal. So things are looking kinda good here. Unless Shaft decides to remove my Ink Moth Nexus. It's actually fine. I have a backup one in my hand and the combo's still technically ready to go. I just have to get rid of this Gear Pour. Shaft tries to cast a Dino, and because I'm about to lose non-creature spell privileges, I decided that now is the time to crack my final spoils and look for a removal spell. And to prove the power of Shoal one last time, I'm gonna resolve this Spoils of the Pact and die because my spell was 18 cards down. You have to be kidding me!
Look, can I be honest with you about something? Because I'm pretty sure Blazing Shoal Infect is actually not that bad of a deck. I was being a bit of a hater here, and yeah, there's a lot of interaction in the modern format, but the deck might actually do good to knock some other decks down a peg. There's some really interesting decisions you had to make, and we, again, had some really great back and forths. I honestly enjoyed myself.
Oh, that's great. So I don't have to wear the shirt anymore?
Nah, I didn't say that. A win's a win. Let me see it.
No! Look, I'm not gonna lie. Dying to the classic fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me kind of hurt. But if you want to make me feel better, dropping a sub and a like would help a lot. And if you think that that last loss was entirely my fault, be sure to let me know in the comments. I will cry a little bit, but it'll help me improve.